Hi everyone, this is Reddit Team League Round 4. We have Game 3 of Dolphin Lords versus Team V. Currently at 1-all, with Noggin beating Winhouse, and then High beating Sounder. And here we have a Zerg v Zerg, which, whilst in the pro scene you don't see many Zergs, I believe Reddit is about 70% Zergs, so you generally get a lot of Zerg v Zergs. Okay, Goat, as I'm not really a Zerg player, what do you prefer on Blistering Sands?
Blistering Sands is a two-player map, quite obviously. Well, I mean, the two main options at the start are Zergling, Baneling, or Roach. Again, it takes a very high-level player to make that decision. I mean, they all beat different things. It's really tough to say. I think most likely is just Speedling Baneling versus Speedling Baneling. Roach is very tough to hold. I mean, Roach you do on a map like LT or Metalopolis, I guess, where you only have the one ramp to block, and you can just stick 4 or 5 Roaches there, and he's never going to bust in there with like an infinite amount of Zerglings. Then you can tech up to Mutalisk and go on from there. You got the mobility advantage. You can kill any amount of Zerglings. But on a map like this with the back door, I mean, Zerglings take a while to kill that, but once the back door is knocked down, you're gonna have a really, really tough time defending with Roaches. I think we'll see Banelings, and then it just comes down to a micro fest, which is really quite challenging, even for like good players. I mean, you need 150 or 250 APM just to be splitting those Banelings, putting the exact amount into, like, if you bring 2 Banelings in, you can kill like 6 or 8 of his if they aren't split up properly. If you miss micro, you can lose. Like, I have a very funny replay from beta where I killed something like 70 Zerglings with just 4 or 5 Banelings. One miss micro can cost you the game here. So once we see some gas build up for either player, we'll know their tech path and we'll see how the game's going to go. Neither player opting for an expand. That is an option. It's a risky option. It's something you really only see against very high level ZVZ players. You were talking about giving players credit earlier. They give each other a massive amount of respect in terms of exploitative builds. It's all very safe, very econ. They assume the other guy's going for a safe, long game build. So in that kind of situation, you'll see an expand, but I doubt we'll see it here.
And first Baning Nest just went down on my screen for Red, which is Brandon W.
Yes, indeed.
Green has not seen this, but has the faster speed.
Speed, I'm not sure if that's the correct choice here. It depends how quickly Brandon W. If Red is prompt with getting his Banelings out, Green's gonna have a very, very tough time defending. Yeah, there's his Baneling Nest, but it's pretty late. I don't know. It's right now things are in Red's favor, but it can really get turned on its head quickly with a bit of miss micro or amazing micro on either side. This first engagement is going to be very telling.
Yeah, I think Brandon has to be careful. I mean, he doesn't know how much faster Cheesegrater's speed is than his, and if he can like snipe these 4 Zerglings before they meet up with a bigger force, he could get a pretty big advantage. And Baneling's morphing now for Brandon W. I kind of missed that. So Cheesegrater could kind of overcommit. Like, he's seen less Zerglings than he have, and speed finishes for Red.
Cheesegrater knows he has to be on the defensive. He's got a Spine Crawler coming up. Banelings are morphing. This is going to be close. Banelings are coming in. He's going to go for the drones, or is he going to go for the lings? He's moving into the lings. Very interesting choice. Wow, a lot of Zerglings going down. That hurts.
Oh, and a lot of Banelings as well. Very nice. I mean, very good control
good micro
about
from
what
Red.
happened with Cheesegrater's Banelings. He lost about 4 there, I believe.
Did he lose the queen? Wow, I totally missed that. That is going to hurt. That is game losing. That is... Oh, you need that larva early.
Oh, I completely
Man, look at
missed
these rallies coming from Red. Yeah. Man, Cheesegrater is going to need a miracle to come back from this. Brandon W is in a dominant position.
But yeah, I mean, he was able to... Wow.
Not very good micro there, but he still has a sizable lead.
Okay, Banelings are out now, and this should be interesting. He's trying to get the 3 Banelings with the 1. Oh my god.
Ooh. Once again, you do need 2 Banelings to kill an enemy Baneling. These are very low health. Man. ZVZ is a fun matchup to watch. Wow, very delicately diffusing those 2 Banelings.
Oh, but he's in the drone
are
line
just
now.
Gonna come in.
And I don't think he killed much. Let's see, check the workers. They're exactly even.
He got
14,
13, yeah. Oh,
Bailey's coming into the drone line.
Oh, I don't think he sees it. He reacts. He's running away. This is very dangerous. You want to get off the creep because Banelings get a speed upgrade from creep. Drones do not. So drones do actually have the movement advantage off creep. On creep though, you're kind of hooked. Baneling's getting close. Finally dealing damage to those drones. If he gets a second one in there, that's a lot of dead drones.
Yeah, that's GG. I mean, if he gets the second one in there, the question is, can he do that? I mean, bunch more Zerglings coming in. He's gonna try and solve this with this, but I mean, there's no rush, obviously. I mean, even Lings in there could just do a lot of damage.
At this point, Brandon W has the advantage. He would really benefit from squeezing in some drones. That's what ZBZ is all about. You get a tiny advantage. Most mirrors, really. You get a tiny advantage, and then you just capitalize on it. You get, like, 1 or 2 Banelings ahead, and then you can build 1 or 2 drones, and then that just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs. Eventually, those drones will mine a bit more. You can get another drone, get your second gas, get a layer, get mutas up, and then your enemy's still on.
I think this Overlord placement is being very crucial to Brandon W being able to pick the advantage.
Oh yeah,
that he knows
exactly
where everything's coming. And
look at this,
Banelings,
luring the enemy Banelings away and then bringing them up to the middle line. Absolutely beautiful. And the flank is set up here at Brandon W. I very much like this play.
Huge hit on the Zerglings, and I think this should be... Let's see how he can capitalize on this. I mean, he's trying to stay away from the spine crawler, and oh wow, a nice Baneling taking out the rest of the Zerglings for Brandon W. I think he brought the Overlord up to try and soak hits from the Queen, but has to back off again, and the next wave should be coming up. And they're back even on workers again.
Yeah, Cheesegrater actually squeezing in 4 drones. That's a huge amount of drones. He's not going to have any Zerglings to defend this.
Yeah, he put down 2 spine crawlers for it, and this could be bad because he looks like he might use the Queen.
Yeah, Queen is going to go down. There's going to be a lot of... Wow, Cheesegrater morphing a single Baneling. All these drones have really regenerated their health, but when these 3 Banelings come in, I guess there's a lot of spine crawlers. It's rare to see this many spine crawlers against Banelings without much Zergling support. It'll be interesting, but the fact remains, the layer is coming up. Brandon's building... Let's get production. Yeah, 4 extra drones. He's going to have just a way bigger econ. He's going to get those Mutalisks out. He may opt for Hydralisk. It doesn't really matter at this point. Oh, once again, baiting and attacking from the back. Cheesegrater's still defending pretty well. But really... Uh-oh. Man, again, red drones.
This is very interesting, and for a lot of people that aren't Zerg players out there, I mean, I'd say that one of the key things about Zerg play is just getting yourself in a position where you can just make drones for about 20 seconds, and then you're generally golden.
Definitely. Wow, these Spine's actually doing a very good job of defending. He could have popped the Spine Crawler. It's only at 25 health. Cheesegrater's defense, he's in a tough position, but I'm still impressed with his defense here.
Yeah, he's definitely hanging on for dear life. Lots of damaged Spine Crawlers, and what's going on in... Yeah, the Spire's up, so at the moment it's kind of only a matter of time.
Yes, indeed. Cheesegrater's only real hope here is to somehow keep defending the Banelings as he gets, yes, a lair. I don't even know. I would have liked to see more Queens. And maybe some Spore Crawlers, but really those are so expensive, and as we're seeing, you can't get Queens and a lair at the same time. It's really a lose-lose situation for Cheesegrater.
What about Spore Crawlers? Are they really an option to stay on hatchery?
Yes and no, they can work. It's a lot like Brood War, the role Spore Crawlers play. I mean, you bust them up when you're behind in mutas, and once in a while, they'll let you drone up enough, but if the other Zerg is smart, he's just going to drone up himself, expand, and eventually get enough to overwhelm.
And yeah, expansion going down for red. Brandon, he's at 25 drones. Cheesegrater, he sees the expansion, so this must be pretty disheartening for him right now. And he's morphing a bunch of Banelings. He needs to do some sort of economic damage now.
So the Spire's done. We only have 2 Mutalisks coming out. Wouldn't be surprised to see Cheesegrater's Spire drop soon enough. He's a bit short on minerals. He has a lot of gas. He got that second gas pretty quick. He's expanding himself because he knows he has to keep up, but yeah, he may hold it. Then opting to use Zerglings against Banelings, I really think he'd do better morphing the Banelings first and moving them in.
Yeah. Do you think Red will hide his Mutalisk before we send him over, or just send him straight over? Although it has just been seen by an Overlord, so scratch that.
Yeah, I really think he can just attack this natural and he'll have no issue. I mean, the Queen will take like a couple years to get down there. He hasn't spread creep at all, which he's been keeping up on Larva Inject, and also losing Queens, mind you. So really, like, this natural's not going to stay up, and he's just going to be harassed and harassed and harassed. This single Queen is the only defense. That Spire's in a pretty vulnerable spot. As soon as there's like 4 or 5, maybe 6 mutas, he's just going to attack on the Queen, and it'll go down, and the game will be over.
Yeah, sadly this is just a case of little advantages ending up just winning the game. I mean, Cheesegrater definitely did a stoic defense, and couldn't expect much more from him, but ultimately just a couple of missed-micro banelings or zerglings at the start just cost him.
Yeah. There's the GG.
There's the good game.